Henry Ford famously said, "Motor racing started after the second car was built," and racing has been a part of car culture around the world ever since. Competitions test the durability of the cars, the skill of the drivers, the ingenuity of the engineers, and the speed of the pit crews. It's part spectacle, part sport, and part technological showcase. The Mazda rotary-powered Lola T616 race cars are two of a kind. Purpose-built for the most grueling endurance races to test the limits of a new breed of TA radial tires. Built at the prestigious Lola factory in Huntington, England, in partnership between Mazda, BF Goodrich, and Jim Busby Racing, the team's innovation pushed the boundaries of technology for their time. The state-of-the-art Mazda Lola cars were designed with the new ethos of low weight and high downforce to corner at higher speeds, making the Mazda Lolas much faster than competitors with higher horsepower engines. The lightweight, reliable Mazda 13B 1.3-liter two-rotor 300 horsepower engine outlasted and defeated the more powerful competition at some of the most demanding endurance races around the world.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
In 1984, the two Lola cars made motorsports history at the legendary 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Le Mans is not another race. Le Mans is the race. There is something about Le Mans that absolutely outshines all other motoring events in the world. It does test the machine and the systems and the man to his absolute limits. The Mulsanne Straight, I would suppose, separates this from any other race in the world. Every single time you go down that straight, I don't care who you are well aware that you are traveling at speeds that are not equaled anywhere else in motor racing.
Classic David vs. Goliath matchup, the lightweight Lola cars prevailed in a very competitive C2 field and crushed the more powerful competition stacked with the venerable Porsche 962s, when car 68 won the C2 class, with car 67 coming in third. Mazda would become the first Japanese manufacturer to score a class win at Le Mans.
In 1984, Jim Busby hired me to co-drive the Lola Mazda 616 with a Mazda 13B engine in the C2 class at Le Mans. I drove with John Osteen and a Japanese driver named Katayama. Well, we won the race. We ran on BFG street radials. They weren't street tires, but the construction was full scale radial. They were really radials, and they did a great job.
Throughout 1984, the Lola T616s enjoyed success at the world's greatest racetracks. Car 67 claimed its own class victory at the 1,000-kilometer race at the Temple of Speed at Monza in Italy, and both cars had podium finishes at Nürburgring in Germany and at Mount Fuji Speedway in Japan.
At the finish, the cars take third and fourth in the C2 category.
Recently, the successful Lola cars have participated in many historic racing events, including the Goodwood Festival of Speed in England, the Portland and Sonoma Historic Races, the Road and Track U.S. Sports Car Invitational, and have been reliable fan favorites at the Rolex Motorsports Reunion races at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey, California. These purpose-built Lola cars from the golden age of prototype racing have received full mechanical restorations, courtesy of their current owner, who is an avid vintage racer, and are in perfect running condition. They meet all SVRA and FIA racing regulations to enter future vintage race venues worldwide, and come with a comprehensive spares package including 2 spare motors, 2 sets of tires, and wheels for each car, spare nose, tail, roof and doors, multiple gear sets, and many more parts and memorabilia, including an original Strand Racing suit and team shirts.
Hi, I'm John Davis. I'm the lucky caretaker of these 2 rolling pieces of history. Car 68, which is behind me, won Le Mans in 1984. Obviously have the rotary, 13V motors. They're 10,000 RPM. They're about, on a straight track, they're about a 200-mile-an-hour car. They're just a wonderful piece of rolling history that I am fortunate enough to have been taking care of for the last 4 or 5 years. Now I'm ready to pass the baton on to somebody else that wants to take care of these cars and enjoy them as much as I have, racing, showing them whatever suits their particular fancy.
Shift into gear with these 2 legendary track warriors to continue their journey throughout the elite world of vintage racing. This is an extraordinary opportunity to own a pair of iconic and groundbreaking race-ready prototypes and a true piece of racing history.